Hey there, I just wanted to pop on real quick. I just got this Gears and Textures bundle in the mail, and here's the stamp set, and I've already made one card with it. It took me a while, but it's so much fun to play with. I just kept cutting out all these little pieces. So if you've just seen the post that I made, this is the tiniest little die I've ever seen. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to hang on to that one. I might have to just put a piece of tape on it so I don't lose it, because it's really tiny. So lots and lots of fun things, but I wanted to show you, I just made a card, and I cut out a whole bunch of things, but I used smoky slate paper. That's what this is. And I just put embossing powder over it, and that's how I cut out lots of little things here. So I got lots of chains, and this is a cool one right here. So I wanted to show you, if you don't have a lot of variety of paper, or sometimes we want shiny or metallic or things like that, and you don't have it. If you have embossing powder, then you can do this technique with any color paper. You could start with black if you wanted. If you have two-tone cardstock, then you can always sand your cardstock and make it a different color. But I just wanted to show you real quick. I dug in my stash for these. These are some old embossing powders. I think, I don't even know what this one is, silver, or not silver, but detailed gold. This is a aged ivory embossing. So we're going to see what this one looks like today. And then this is an antique Ranger embossing powder. It's kind of like greenish, grungy looking. So, but the one I used on this right here was the Distress Tim Holtz embossing. It's called Black Soot. So when you do it, I kept thinking it wasn't heating up and setting, because it kind of had a lot of flakes on it afterward, but it's just the way it is, but it doesn't come off. I mean, very limited amount comes off, and then that's just the way that it stays. So it's very cool. It doesn't have a shine to it or anything. So let's play. Let's see what we can come up with. So what I did is I just took my Versamark here, and I kind of tapped it all over. Now you don't really want to put it all over, because you don't want, I did on this one, and I didn't really mean to. I mean, you can see some spots that aren't covered, but for the most part, I didn't really want to cover all of it. I just kind of wanted it hit or miss. So let me get my tray here. And we're going to pour some powder on this one and see what it comes out like, because I don't know, and I think it's always fun to play. When I was making this, I just wanted different colors of the gears and the chains and things like that. So let's try this one. I'm going to put that one aside, and then get all this out of here. I'm going to go to another piece of smoky slate. Oh my, I have powder all over. That's what happens when you play. It's one of those days. What else are you going to do? There's snow like crazy outside, and yesterday's ride home was terrible, so I'm not going out today. So it's time to play. Now this one, I don't recall ever using. I don't even know why I bought this particular one, but we're going to see what this looks like. It's got like little speckles of, I don't know. We're going to see what color. Are they brown? Are they gold? Not sure. So let me put this one away. And set that aside. And then I'll do this one, and I'm going to try, I really don't want lines in it like I got those. When you cut these out, it's not really going to matter, because you're going to be cutting out all sorts of different shapes. So you can kind of pick and choose where you want your cuts. So we're just gonna see about this one. This is gold. And I picked, I could have used black paper, but I thought this might give it a different look. So experiment and try different colored papers and see what, oh, I missed the bucket. See what you come up with. Now I know if you have two-tone cardstock, then you can always sand it down. This is why I do it on paper. Sand it down and get a totally different look. All right, let's try that again. Let's get this one put away. All right, so we got this one, and this one, and this one, and then I did this one in the black. So let me heat this up, and I'll show you guys what they look like. Okay, so I heat set all of them, and then this one was really cool. I really like this one. This is the Ranger, what's it called? I don't even know what the name of it is. I have a number, but I don't have, it doesn't have a name. Verdigris, I guess. But anyway, I thought this would be really cool on black. So I went and did it on black as well. And then I thought, what if I mix this one and the gold? So I just took a little bit out of each one, out of this one and out of the gold, and mixed it. And then I did this one. So this is kind of cool too. It's got a little bit more gold in it. But this one is super cool. So you can always grunge these up a little bit more. You can take a blender brush, or I'm just going to use this because I've already got black on it. And I'm going to try to do just a little bit of blending on this, just to see what it looks like. Again, oops, let me hold this. I don't want to shake the desk. I guess you could deposit as much or as little as you want. Make it as dark as you want. It looks kind of cool. All right, and let's get the sides a little bit darker here. Definitely get inky doing this, but it's so much fun. I love playing with color and trying different things, so I think this will be fun. And honestly, I'm crinkling it. It doesn't even matter, because you could also use the technique where you spray it and crinkle it all up and make it like rough looking. But doesn't that look cool? This is gonna make some cool gears. And then this one, I think I'm gonna do the same. I'll fast forward through this so you guys don't have to watch me do this. Okay, so I got black on these, and then I thought, oh my goodness, look at this. So for the white one, the antique one, I thought I would pull in some basic gray instead of black. And I'm just going to try to deposit a little color on this. And we'll see what it comes out like. Again, there's no right or wrong. I guess just play and have fun. This is kind of a cool look too, though. Definitely look like we've been in the garage and we got greasy fingers. I know that. That's another one of my favorite places to be, so this is kind of cool. All right, so this one, okay. And then we already did this on black, so I really don't need to deposit too much. Let me see. Let's do the gold side. I might try to just put a little on here. I don't like those lines in there, but again, like I said, when you cut these out with your dies, you're not going to see that, so it's okay. Very cool. Okay, So then, now I'm feeling like these need to be darker, but that's okay. We'll leave them like that, and then it'll just give it a different variety and different look. So let me go wash my hands before I touch anything, and I'll be right back. Okay, they're a little better. So what I'm going to do though is there's so many fun dies in this set, and then this is like the cute little light that you can make. So like there's the inside of the light, and then the die cuts out around it like that. So I'll show you guys that. But look at all these dies. So I'm just going to lay these out, and it's so much fun when you do just like one sheet at a time like that. Look how many of these I can make. Actually, that can sit inside there, and then this one can sit inside here. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you either tape these down or do them separate, because you don't want your dies jumping while they're in the machine and then damaging your dies. So I'm going to put those there, and then let's do one of these. And then we have all these cool chains like this. This one I used as the string for the light, but what I did is I just cut off. I just used one skinny little strip there, and then I used this skinny little strip. So it actually goes a long way. So if you cut one of these, you can stick that in there. And then what else do we have here? You could do some of these. Let's see if we can fit these on. So it's nice when you have a piece like this, you can just kind of cut out a whole bunch of them at once. It's kind of like a puzzle though, fitting them on here. I'll make sure those are separate. All right, and then look at that tiny little die. That is insane. That is so tiny. We'll put him on just for kicks. Okay, let me go cut some of these, and I'll be right back again. Okay, so here we are. So this is the one that I used the smoky slate paper, and then I embossed with gold, and then I just took my blending brush and brushed it with black. So hopefully you guys can check these out and see the little sparkles in them. Okay, so that was the first one. Now my paper was only, you know, an inch and a quarter wide, so I didn't cut very many, and I didn't get any of these big ones out of any of the colors, but I'll show you what I got. And then I'm going to keep all these pieces because I can go back and I can use, you know, like the little gears and that other little tiny one. Let me see. I already, oh, there it is. Look how tiny that is, you guys. That's so tiny. So my suggestion to you is make sure that you put a piece of tape on it before you run it through, because it disappears. So there's that one. And then I'll pull in the antique white that I used. So these came out really cool too. Hopefully that focuses in for you. I really like that one a lot, that chain. Okay, so that was the white one. We got these. This piece of paper was a little bit bigger, so I got a few more. This one, and I kind of cut it off there, so that's why it's not a perfect circle. Same thing with this. This one fits inside. So that gear is really nice because, let me show you this. So all of these pieces, so you have this one, that's the big ring. And then there's a little gap between this and this, so then you end up getting this piece. And then you have this one. So that one is this, and then that one, oh boy, is the center one right here. So lots of pieces within this 3-piece set here, right there. Okay, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 different die cuts, I should say. All right, and then here's this little guy again. So this is a really cool look and design. This one was the Green Ranger again. love it. But I think my favorite is this one right here. So let me flip all these over. Now this is the one that was done with the Ranger on the black paper. And I mixed the Ranger and the gold on some of these. And then some of them is just the Ranger green. I love this one. Isn't that sweet? So now I have tons and tons of little dies that I can play with. And I love doing that when I get a new die set, is just cutting out a whole bunch of things. And then I have them ready for when I go to make projects. So now, look, I got a few little extra scraps in here that don't go, but I have all of these that I can put along inside with this. And I have them all ready for when I want to create a project. So there you go. I hope this helps you decide, instead of just cutting basic black or just a metallic cardstock, silver, gold, whatever. You can make your own if you have embossing powder and just play around with it and see what you come up with. But have fun. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.